everyone. It is April the 10th, 2022, and right now it's the first day of the cruise ship season in Vancouver, British Columbia. So we're heading off to, this is Holland American. This is the Canada Place, the outside hotel. I'm going to bring you around the corner so I can show you. Okay, so there's two things going on right now. One is the cruise ship season, which is I'm trying to focus on, and there's also another event, which I'm not going to comment, but you might see it in the passing. So going around the hotel, this is the Pan Pacific Hotel, and thank you so much for everybody here. This is a Robyn Reviews World channel. I'm just going to go around the corner. Okay, so just going around the corner. Okay, so I'm trying to go around the corner to show off. Woohoo! Here we go.
Is the world's most published cardiologist. One of the most referenced and most premier cardiologists ever.
Honk honk.
This is pro science, this is not anti-science.
Okay, so here we are. Take a look at this beautiful ship. We just get a little bit closer so you can see which ship it is. It's a pretty good looking ship if you don't do so say myself. Woo-hoo-hoo. So this is the, as you can see, Koningsdam. For those who haven't been to the Vancouver ports before, just to show you some of the writings. I mean, some of the placards, the information. Okay. So go ahead and comment down below if you've ever been on a cruise before. This is more of like sort of a walking cruise. I mean, walking tour. The Borland Inlet. A little bit to the willy. So in terms of the time, right now it is 12:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're on the West Coast. For those who have never been on a cruise ship before, I say do your research, talk to other people who have been on cruises. I actually would tell people not to pack too much, but to pack right. So there's going to be formal events, or there's going to be also excursions where you'd have like jeans and t-shirts and then maybe even hiking boots, to be aware of that. And for me, this is really exciting because I hope to go on one of the cruises with Holland American this summer. So it's been about 2 years, I believe, since this ship essentially came into port here. It's really interesting because, as you know, for those who are experienced with cruising, usually the balconies are more expensive. But the other people, they don't want to spend any time outside in the balcony. I guess it's each their own. I always prefer something with a window. I think I prefer something with a window. Okay, so we're just going to take a little stroll. I'm also going to show you, hopefully, the area where you check in. And after you check in and you go into your cruise, go into the cruise ship, make sure you know where you're going to be stationed to go over the safety procedures. So I'm just going to show you over here the lifeboats. So the ships usually come in about 7 o'clock. Hopefully just want to be careful so nothing falls down here. So the ships come in at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and you see all those things down there for the luggage. But another interesting thing to note is that what they also have to do in the morning is bring in supplies for food. But what we're seeing right now is actually luggage. So this is just looking at the numbers on the numbers on the lifeboats. I've actually been in the entrance of some of these, some of the cruise ships, and it's really fun when you walk on board. Depending, what you're doing. Usually, as a guest, they even have like orange juice or champagne for you. Such a wonderful feeling just to be greeted and to be pampered. I think it's some of the reasons why people like the cruises. So March it's still a little bit chilly. We're just coming. I mean, we're going into spring right now. It's April. Excuse me. So I call them the early birds. Some of the first people are going off onto the cruise. A little bit of wait, which is normal. squeaking their guts out right now. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, this is the lovely part that I love looking at. Up in the front, you can see all the different flags. I do be careful. I don't want to lose my phone. Okay, so there's holy smokes, it's chilly willy. Ooh, it's so windy. Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. This is really exciting. We are looking at Holland American Cruise Ship down in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's April the 10th, 2022. Just to move around the corner. So this is basically sort of like the front entrance. Down below you can see some passengers trying to get onto the cruise ship. Sort of an overcast day. Luckily it's not raining. And you can also see on the life boats which cruise ship it is. And there it is up there. Just a quick look. Good looking ship. And thank you so much for watching my video. Okay, so over here, the call of the source of the cocktail. In 1920s, the rum runners Lewis and Otto were caught in a blizzard. Lewis's foot froze and developed gangrene, and Otto had to chop it off. Ouchie, ouchie. Flying Whale Cafe, that looks interesting. So Holland American. This is the front of the ship. Let's get a little bit closer.
That's a nice site. Actually, we're gonna do Stanley Park and probably go to that way. All the way. Maybe do lunch and grab a Maybe.
Then hopefully in Vancouver change to a better thing, no?
Can't get any worse than it has been last year.
No, I mean,
Kind of greeny kind of water. If you're not aware, if you come onto the west coast, it's not unusual to see whales. These waters are a little bit shallow, but if further out you see whales, might even otters and seals. Those are very common sea marines, sea mammals to see. And then also, if in terms of seafood, you're going to be seeing I was going to say halibut, but some more in particular salmon for those foodie people out there, and you want fresh oysters and mussels. And that's a Dutch flag. Okay, we're just gonna move over to the front. Yeah, I don't know. If you're coming from warmer climates, you might want to go on a cruise ship during like April. I think to be honest, it's a little bit chilly for me. Now you're going to be inside partying away. You see some yellow things in the back, that's sulfur. And I'm just going to walk around the convention center. Yeah, when it gets really hot, like in like July and August, we go up to like last year. It wouldn't even, I think, up to close over like 40 degrees. It was that when usually what's considered hot, maybe about 23 Celsius or so. A little bit overcast. I think this is a good place to chill out for a few minutes. Oh, this is interesting. Helicopters or plane. All right, so 2 weeks after Vancouver was incorporated in 1886, everything you see before you was a smoke and ruin. What began as a bushfire after a dry spell became a raging inferno in less than a half an hour. Vancouver during burn, said an eyewitness, it exploded. Fires battled the blaze into using axes, shovels and buckets in a hopeless task. People could only run for their lives. A Vancouver building survived out of 1,000. At least 28 people died, many without leaving a trace. In 40 minutes, Vancouver had been wiped off the earth. Immediately, people began to rebuild piece by piece. By dawn the next day, tents and building frames had sprung up, including a tent city hall. In 12 hours, the city hall was running again. Okay, well, that's some interesting news. So that over there is called a sea ferry. This feels really good to get out. All right. And so Vancouver was, I guess, incorporated or became a city in 1886. There's another sister city called Vancouver as well in Washington, Vancouver, Washington, United States. Named after the same explorer. Here's another pioneer. How not to run a sawmill. Okay, a little tugboat down in the corner. By 1865, what we call Gastown was a rowdy mill filled with drinking and gambling. Saloons remained open 9 days, 7 days a week, condoned by Captain Stamp, and he saw mill company and his sawmill company on the south shore of Vancouver. Workers showed up drunk or hungover. Fights broke out regularly, and shipments were held up for a day over poker games and drinking matches. Meanwhile, across the inlet, Sue Moody's mill, named after Moodyville, now North Vancouver, remained steadfast dry, bidding good riddance to men who rowed against the inlet to Gastown and were too drunk to get back. Both mills shipped to San Francisco, Mexico, Peru, China, and Australia, but Moodyville prospered and Sap Mills went broke. Finally, under a new and better management, Sap Mills became Hastings Mills and the central part of the city of Vancouver. Those are the rowdy people. Switch this over. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. If you're watching this in replay, right now it's down by the Vancouver ports, and it's the first day for Holland American coming down into Vancouver, their beautiful cruise ship, on April the 10th, 2022. Just started doing a kind of a little walking stream here. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and go into the About section, a list of different links. Muchas gracias, merci beaucoup. And I'll just go back into making more wonderful videos for you guys. I love streaming, so I stream on using multiple devices. So the video might be going to like over an hour long. What I'm going to do is I'll also do shorter videos for people to watch as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to also check out our playlist. I have some other travel videos, hopefully helpful tips when you're flying. Right now it's cruising. Hello everyone, and here we are at the front of the Holland American Cruise Ship, and if you're paying attention, I think you see the name of the cruise ship, and here's a little bit closer. Right now this ship is ported in Vancouver, British Columbia. And people are right now checking in and getting ready to sail off. If you look at the I was gonna say different rooms. It's kind of hard to see the different rooms. So if you've ever been on this cruise ship, go ahead and comment down below. And have a wonderful day. All right. Okay. For those watching on YouTube, I'm going to do another mini video with another device. Hello everyone. Welcome to my mini video on Holland American Cruise Ship. And this one here is ported over in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's going to be heading off to Alaska. So you're getting another view of the ship. And a bunch of different angles. I actually am going to be going on a cruise. For those who have been on this ship before, do you remember where your room was? Was it on this side? If you're going to be going to cruises in April, I would bring sweaters. Thank you so much for watching my video. Okay, I just have to say that on those ropes there's a metal clip, right? And that's to keep the ropes in place. But some people are saying it's also to keep the mice away from going onto the ship. Anybody know what's in those yellow container, those white containers? Yeah. So in a moment we're going to head upstairs. This is so you can get a better view. So right now there's one cruise ship here. Sometimes they even get up to like 4 to 5. Maybe the 5th one would be a small one. Maybe 4? At least I've seen 4. That's kind of what I was expecting. Like that little clip at the beginning, but have more of that. Okay, so right now we're outside of a gift store. I'm just going to take some photos. Happy Moose. Don't sit or stand on the counter. Good tip. Just give you a different view of the cruise ship. Okay. Okay, so in a moment we're just gonna go. We're actually gonna go into the area where people are checking in. It might be crowded down at the parking lot. It is about lunch hour, so we'll see how that goes. Somebody. So like I mentioned before, it's 12:49 p.m. The only thing about coming early is just make sure that I think that you should actually eat before you actually try to check in, because you don't know how long it's going to take. Now obviously there's going to be plenty of food on the ships, but it's just while you're waiting down at this waiting to check in at this particular port. So the Vancouver port has a beautiful 4 or 5 star hotel. And as I mentioned before, it's a convention center. So they do have a Starbucks, and they have the restaurants for the hotel guests. Across the street is a underground food court. Whew, it's chilly woolly. In case anybody's wondering, I do have gloves. I think I'm just going to go a little bit quicker now. Actually, I'm kind of thinking maybe I might want to get some ice cream. And there's also down a Subway sandwich as well. Okay, so I'm going to be, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to film. Some people may not want to be filmed as they're checking into the cruises. I mean, most people wouldn't, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Because, I mean, it is the general public. Okay, so we want to know where the car rentals are. These are the car rentals. And this is really interesting. It's flipped over. Let's see if we flip back over. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if I was filming myself in this video. Happy hour time. Okay, so we're really getting down to business. We're going to the cruise ship terminal stair access, and this is when you're going through security. It may be incredibly crowded. Sorry if the camera's shaky. We're gonna head down the stairs. For those who don't know, I would say always book a day ahead if you're going to be flying in. Some people have the flight and also the cruise ship package. So apparently if the flight gets delayed, you still get to board. I don't know if everybody came extra early, but around this lunch hour time, it's coming close to about 1 o'clock, I would expect a lot more people. I am eventually going on a cruise, so I'm just checking out the area here. We're inside the downstairs area of the convention center where you're going to be checking in. This part of the video may be quiet out of respect for people checking into going into security and then onto the cruise ships. Please note that you're going into Alaska, so you may need a visa to get into the States. So depending on what country you're from, you might need a visa, like I mentioned, to get into Alaska. For those who don't know, Alaska is attached to Canada, but that area is now owned by the Americans. Okay. So all the people are inside. A little bit of a crowd. Have your ebooks ready while you're waiting through the crowd. And it also comes in waves. I guess some people are coming in buses and taxis, and that's the secure area. We are heading upstairs right now to inside the convention center. I'll show you a little bit of the convention center, and then the front entrance of the hotel lobby, and we'll maybe head back outside again and look at the beautiful ship. See how it goes. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if it's open, but it's called the, inside there's a mini exhibit. And it gives some history of the Port of Vancouver. Port of Vancouver Discovery Center, and it is open.
You went on there. I didn't know those details. Obviously, you came home to somebody that, where did you say it was? Right, yeah.
Shipbuilding for the wars. Lots of history over here. That is very interesting. Here I have a tea chest from 1891. Paper cover wooden chest, tea chest used to ship teas aboard the CPR. That is interesting. For those who don't know, people actually used to get paid in tea, if you could believe it. Our history has been authorized by innovative and forward-thinking individuals who have been inspired by both our open waters and our pristine settings. I'm just gonna head around the corner. And one more look. View of ships at the Moody Whale Wharf. Okay. Sometimes when it gets really busy, some of the people actually, these exhibit halls will be actually used as an area for people to go check in. Right now, there's just one ship, and I think it's the check-in is going to be taken care of downstairs. If you for those who are special needs or those in wheelchairs and strollers, there's elevators that go up and down. I mean, okay, so this is a credit card payment, no cash, no candies, no valuables. This area is under surveillance 24 hours. And guess what you're going to find here? You are going to find meeting and gain safeties, hand sanitizers, earplugs, hand gel, lotion. Those pouches, though, I think those pouches, those yellow pouches, I think those should be rain jackets, maybe? Doesn't say. Maybe we'll find out. Safety vests. Safety vests for 12 bucks. Okay, so right now we are in the front. We're heading. Wonderful totem poles over here. So if you're ever staying at this hotel, that's where you're going to be getting, those are the car rentals. That's the front lobby. Or actually, that's the drop off. To check into your hotel, it's going to be upstairs that way. If you like caviar. Interesting. Beautiful fashions. Yeah. The reason why I'm scooting you upstairs is because there's a beautiful view of the waterfront outside from this hotel. So right now we're in the month of April, but if you come in May, again, I think the busiest seasons are going to be July and August, but this place will be just hopping. Okay, so it says no access in that area. Should I get to? Five Sales Restaurant. Oh wow. So I think, is this a map of the world? So get your Alice Springs, Darwin. Jakarta, Palace with Agents, Kapar, Bangkok, Foundation of Care. So we're going to be checking in, that's reception for the hotel. And now we're going to head downstairs. So the East Convention Center, we're on the east side, and that's where the ship is right now. Okay. It's been a while since I've been here, but I'm just going to show you going downstairs into the food court. It's going to be interesting to see when they start having Bitcoin here. Okay, just be careful walking down here. So again, we're just heading downstairs from the convention center, going into a food court area. Lots of history of here as well, the waterfront. I believe we might be actually heading off to the first horseless carriage ever seen on the streets of Vancouver was in 1899. Within 20 years, the automobile connected Vancouver to the rest of America in an entirely new way. And on January the 1st, 1922, the street traffic in Vancouver right-hand system. Interesting. Okay. Okay. My favorite place to eat is actually Tim Hortons, in case you're wondering. Okay. Okay, so we're heading back upstairs. Thank you so much for everybody watching my stream here. So. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Holy crap, excuse my language.
This is not anti-science, this is pro-science. This is history. Boris Johnson's father, Stanley Johnson, Johnson wrote 7 books on depopulation.
All right. So in a moment, I think I'm gonna end the stream. So I just I just wanted to focus on the cruise ship season and that beautiful cruise ship in the corner. Thanks so much for watching my video. Have a great day.
A physical newspaper.
Oh God. Like, oh, yeah. I like your sign. Oh, the interesting information.
Yeah.
The World Health Organization, when they came out with the pandemic, they actually knew that it wasn't that serious. But
Oh, no, I know.
You heard about that?
Oh,
That
all
actually,
of
I couldn't believe that much corruption.
Yeah.
So they did that on purpose so that they could get the money from Pfizer. And so, from just corruption
They're
over it.
a small part of it. It's like they're a part of it.
Have you
So
seen-
Bill Gates funds the WHO, but as well, he invested heavily in Pfizer in 2019.
And
Also-
Justin Trudeau's family is also.
That one, I'm still trying to find the links.
Well, what
with the-
they've done is they have a place here. There is a one product that's in the vaccines
Yep.
that they all get from here in Vancouver. Justin Trudeau's family owns the lab that does that. Moderna tried to sue them
Yep.
to get out of it, but lost. But Moderna is also was the whistleblower,
Yep.
and they were putting set they make all the vaccines, and then guys were coming in later and putting in bad stuff. Not in all of them, but some of them were putting bad stuff in the vaccines.
I'm still trying to find the link because I never used to see they did that research.
they would just
for
have
what
to-
I think when
we would have
the part when they
Yeah.
did the MRA and one component of that vaccine
Yeah.
was developed at UC.
Yeah.
And I thought that like happened.
That's the one. That's the one.
But I would want to see how much how they actually got sued because you want to do the paper trail.
They hide it. They hide it. The thing is, you can't look on Google because they hide everything. You got to look on some of the other browsers that don't get checked by them.
I just wish we could get an MP that could just go in there and ask, do you, your relatives,
Yeah.
anybody have any kind of investment in the
Well, everybody's paid off, right? Like you're paying
We know how the weed scandal went.
Why is everybody over there? It drives
Yeah,
me
we're
nuts.
trying to figure out like how the
How
hell
do
we
we
get
bring those people
how do we
over
get these people
here?
to be relevant?
Right, I know.
Like
Well, they blocked everything off.
they're
right?
circle jerks. Yeah, but we're here. They didn't block everything off. They could walk.
I was telling
We just
people to
walked
come
10
over
minutes,
here.
like 10 seconds.
They told us,
This
like,
is a
oh, don't
great-
listen to
yeah.
those people. Like, it's irrelevant there. Nobody cares about us being there. This is where I'm supposed to be.
This is a great spot.
And now it's gonna rain.
So the mayor of Vancouver is just being so about this because he just won't let any of the trucks, cars, or anything.
That's
so
fine.
if the bus is coming
But there's like hundreds of people, like a couple hundred people over there on foot. So all they have to do is like right there.
Walk over here. That's
All they have to do is walk over, and they can't stop.
They won't let them walk
What are they
over.
gonna do?
They won't let them walk over.
No, they will. That's what I'm saying. They show leadership.
You just need to
People on
convince
the microphone
people
are just singing songs and
making everybody
making it
repeat
irrelevant. They're all
and shit
circle
like
jerking.
that. Oh,
like for some reason, like I've gone to protest for a long time now, and that's what all the people on the microphone do. They just make us irrelevant. They misdirect us. They put us in spots where we're not effective whatsoever, and then they sell their merchandise. And they tell us to all be peaceful because we're all going to win this. And blah blah blah. Like,
The richest man in the world is in there. So,
you know what?
yeah, Elon Musk.
And so if we all know
Everybody
that,
thinks he's
Elon
that.
Musk?
Yes.
Elon Musk is that.
Bill
you
Gates.
know he's a Canadian? Not that it matters.
Bill Gates,
He's a
Elon
communist.
Musk, and fucking Al Gore.
Yes.
Al Gore. And
Al
Look
Gore?
at this guy.
Oh!
Yeah, all the enemies.
they're all doing intentional.
Elon Musk is way worse than Bill Gates. He made way more money than everybody else during COVID.
I know the frustration with this electrical cars.
Yeah, Elon Musk said he
now
was
it's raining.
Elon Musk is the Antichrist.
said he was
Why don't we go
supporting
and that thing? Then we won't get
Musk
rained
said
on.
he was supporting the trucks, but he was at the same time working he wants all the trucks to be replaced with electric automated vehicles.
I'm trying to figure out how say that he's a communist. I know he's a capitalist. He wouldn't care how much.
Look at his girlfriend.
He could have a group of girlfriends. Guys like that, he has a lot of girlfriends. I'm
No,
not just saying.
no, he's got
This is
one
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
She's a Satanist. She's a
They're saying this,
she's a
she's
recording.
people. No, they're all like that. They're Satanists. That's what
No, I know, but that's,
He's got one
but that's
girlfriend.
his one
I
girlfriend.
think he's trying to get people. Satanist?
Yeah, dude, she's like crazy.
Yeah, she's
I just thought she was American. Like, you know, when they're driving by.
She, you know, they portray her.
He's the great deceiver.
He is the great deceiver for sure.
He's the great. Look up how many billions he made during COVID. He's the great
More than Bill
deceiver.
Gates.
No, more than everybody else.
You're right.
Elon Musk.
So he's not
No, not at all. Think about it.
He's a great
He can
deceiver.
solve world hunger in like a week. He can solve world hunger with a fraction, just a drop in his mouth, right? But instead, he's shooting cars into space, and that, which I don't even think is real. But like he's not doing anything to help the world. He just bought into Twitter. He's now the main funder, the main shareholder of Twitter.
That part I got with
I don't. So, and now the
But that's the bottom line.
I think so he's there to look like he's on our side, so he'll say the right things every once in a while, but then he points to the wrong enemy, right? He always finds ways to just like the human race in one generation.
Like, I mean,
But
so
if the government pulls the strings, you know, it's the strings, right? So we need to ask this question: who really is in charge?
yeah, the food stuff is really scary. It's I mean, I don't think it's nothing. Yeah, really be reversed now. Like, you have to like a bad harvest, that's how it feels. Like, it's got a couple of steps. Yeah, I was on that one.
It's okay, I just feel bad for people that when you tell me that, I'm like, I've surrounded myself with people that are like-minded, so this way I have a mental sanity still. Like,
No, I would love
you lost?
I would love to get hugs. But what is later on is that we didn't come and they're going to give us tickets for something. And I don't want tickets to go because I have a big mouth.
You're not going to be, no
So,
trouble.
haven't been arrested yet?
Well, yes, but not here in Victoria. I was arrested. The way I got arrested was literally Roxanne. Basically, what happened was we were at a protest, and outside was a Parliament building. Outside there was a guy who was a counter-protester, wearing a mask on this guy, and he was coming up behind the protesters, our protesters, and nudging them into the traffic. Like, so traffic is going by, and he was trying to push them and shit. I went to try to stop this guy. I was like, you can't keep doing this. You got to stop this. And when I went to try to stop him, he punched me in the face.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, no, but then I punched him back, and then I got arrested.
But did he have any? Was he?
No, I got charged. I got arrested, charged with assault.
Was he a plant?
Yeah, he ended up being a cop. So I have proof that he's a cop. I still have a court, like my trial's in August, and I'm like, how can they even go through with this? There's video footage showing that he punched me first. There's video, like there's so much evidence and witnesses that saying that he pushed people into traffic.
Because he wanted to tear.
It was basically just agent provocateur. He was just trying to he was trying to get us into trouble. He's trying to provoke us so that we would do something to
Well,
him.
he's doing that because the people, like the average, like more people would come out.
Yes.
But they were scared for their livelihood.
And so when people hear that happens to me, then they don't want to come out.
Yeah.
You know, and then they don't even want to talk to me because I'm now a danger. You know, like now like you know they don't want to associate with me because I got myself in trouble. But
well, for myself, without getting too personal, I only took one shot. So and then I got sick from it. I basically kind of got hoarse because we were all doing that to try to keep our jobs.
I get it.
So then
I lost mine. So yeah, I get it.
So what happened then when you only have one shot, they want you to have two. And so if I'm going to doctor's appointments and I want to get my eyes checked or dentist, so I can kind of squeeze on by saying, oh, I have one. I'm just saying I have to I might be dying of blood clots or something. So
again, like this is the kind of things that if you got it and it affected you so much that like that, like if it affected you that much and you're still being forced to do it, that's insane. That's murder.
Okay, so the other thing is just going to be, you haven't faced any discrimination. I guess you haven't. You had to go to, well, don't tell me, but things like eye doctors, dentists.
Myself?
Yeah, because
I just haven't gone into for 2 years. I haven't been able to do anything. Like for the last year, I can't go to. Last year I can't wear a mask, so I can't go anywhere.
Oh,
for the last 7 months, can't go to a restaurant, can't go anywhere. Like anything that's an event, can't go to an event.
I almost think that we should have almost like a group therapy session for the people who've been forced into vaccination or haven't been vaccinated and they can't do anything in their own province.
Well, and that's the thing.
You can't board a plane.
No, and I want to leave. I want to leave. Like the moment I can leave Canada, I'm leaving, and I don't think I'm coming back. Like I'm literally wanting to leave and not come back.
Okay, so the suggestion for that is places.
Yeah.
If you have heard me learn Spanish in Nicaragua, there's a bunch of Canadians already in Mexico.
I know there's many places. I know. I have ideas.
There's many places.
I have ideas where I want to go.
But let me know then, because I'm running out of. Because only.
Well, there's many places,
third
but
world countries, which is you can't.
Exactly.
For example, in Central America, they were given.
I think she left.
Okay, good. I'm just snapping. I'll just try to wrap this up. But it'll be what was I? Oh, sorry, what was I going to forget?
I think she went looking for.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's over there. No. Bill Gates. So take a picture of that. I'll just wrap this up with saying, they were trying to get the vaccines to South America, and the climate's so incredibly hot. And the thing is that they couldn't afford the refrigeration, and it just became a kerfuffle. And so they also gave them some of the vaccines close to being expired, about $1 million worth, to South America.
And then people would take it. Literally, people wouldn't take it, and then other people were having it destroyed. The governments were just destroying it.
So you heard that they ordered 10 enough vaccines and 10 million doses.
For like 3 to 4 doses per person in Canada.
They actually said 10. But the thing is that and I thought, here's they're just trying to wrap this up then. And they said, so I only have one shot, and then the pressure is for the second one, but now they're on the booster shot. So you heard about that? Okay, so, and then on top of that, so you're never going to take it?
Never, no, I'm never will I ever take it. I will not poison my body, no. And there's too much evidence that it is.
You heard they have a Novak or something, a new one that came out that's
I'm anti-vax now. I will never take any vaccine in my life ever again. Ever again will I ever take any vaccine in my life. I don't trust the medical community. I don't trust germ theory. I don't trust anything that they've ever fucking taught me in school. I don't trust history. I don't trust, like, and will I ever go to a hospital again? I mean, they fired all the people that didn't take the vaccine, right? So now all the people that are in the hospital who would be there to save me, they're idiots. They're idiots. They took it, and now they're not, and they're criminal because they won't even fucking speak up.
So I guess the pure bloods, and they're kind of like to get rid of us. So just think of the pure blood. Right?
I don't like calling myself that. I just like calling myself human. I'm human.
Well,
I don't know.
Okay, the digital currency, so you heard about that one,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So apparently, they say they're doing the research on it. They said it's already out. They're just waiting to push us onto it.
It's
Like
already out. I mean, I own cryptocurrency, so yeah, crypto is
No,
definitely.
no, but the government
I know.
coming up with their own.
Every federal banking institution is going to come out with their own crypto, I'm sure, for their national, for their countries.
But I was trying to tell people it's more going to be like a voucher as opposed to actually, because you can turn it on and off. Because that's what we learned from the trucker fiasco, right? How they can just take whatever.
Well, they're going to do that anyways, but they can already do that to your bank. So whatever thing that they cryptocurrency is supposed to be decentralized, right? So it's supposed to be about privacy.
Their versions.
There is the opposite. There's a centralized from the banks, from the central situation. So if they're centralized, that's not what I want to buy into. They are the evil. Basically, crypto for the banks and crypto for Canada would be fiat 2.0. It's basically fiat currency, but more tracking and more like less privacy. The opposite.
So
and then they can just shut you down.
Do you think Agenda 2030 is going to happen?
Yes. There's no way to avoid it. How do you avoid it? Look where we are. So Agenda 30 is going to happen because where the fuck are our protesters? The people that are doing Agenda 30 are in these buildings. Like this is the building where the TED Talk. These are the people. Where are our protesters? They're on the other side over there. They're so dumb that they can't even figure out where the fuck to protest from.
Did you tell them?
Yeah, but people are like, oh, we'd rather sing songs and wave the flag. Yeah, we'll wave the flag and sing songs.
Maybe again, you didn't want to get arrested, or maybe it's
You know what?
Are we getting microphones?
We're not getting arrested. We're even on their property, and they're not even telling us to leave. So I don't know.
They'll get more antsy if you have a group of 200. Then they'll start saying something.
I hear you, but at the same time, if you had a group of 200, there's nothing they can do. There's too little of them. They can't. Like, if you got all those people over there to here, what would the cops do? Oh shit! There's nothing they can do. They don't even have the manpower to deal with a crowd of any size.
You know the private snipers, all the other stuff, the militia.
Sure, they can't just shoot us. I mean,
I want to live.
I hear you, but if they were to just shoot us, that would be international news, right? Like you would think.
I have a big mouth. I get everybody in trouble. I'm not gonna...
Me too, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure there's snipers up here. What the fuck? I'm positive, but they're looking for the person who has the gun. They're looking for the evil person who's coming here to fucking do something evil, right? We're here to protest, right?
We don't look too exciting.
We're not. I don't have any. I'm unarmed.
Oh, this is the second thing they did, the facial recognition. So you probably will.
Dude, I'm on every list. Like you, I have nothing to worry about when it comes to you. Like they have got me on every list. I literally beat up a fucking cop and got arrested and charged. Like I didn't even know he's a cop.
Did you touch him if you knew who he was?
He punched me in the face first. Yeah. You punch me in the face, I don't hit anyone unless they hit me first. So, like I'm the guy who's going to defend. I'm the guy who's like I was literally there to protect my friend who was getting pushed into traffic.
So there's Rumble and there's Odyssey. Are you going to turn the platform so you can get that information?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm talking about all of it, but at the same time, it's just so pointless.
other than protesting, what do you think we can do moving forward? Because for me, I wanted
Canada's fallen. Like I've been over and over and over. It's just proven to me over and over and over that Canada's gone. Canada's finished. It's over.
So do you think we get a change in government? Like
No.
we get here?
No, absolutely not. No, the change of government, they're all controlled opposition. And if you read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, you will know that is literally the definition of Marxism and communism is controlled opposition. So if you just own everybody at the top, whether it's conservative or liberal, and then they con you into this idea of revolution, right? Revolution. You think revolution would be a good thing, right? Right? What's revolution then? What is revolution? What is a record revolves, right? What does a record do?
So the Conservative Party, you don't think it's going to go anywhere?
No, but are you following me? What does a record do? It goes in a circle. It revolves. Just like our system. It goes left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Conservative, liberal, nothing changes, same shit happens.
Is that the People's Party of Canada?
No. Why? Bernier. Do you know Bernier, Maxime Bernier? Do you know who he was and what he did before he was Maxime Bernier?
I know WBF. He just said he was just there because he's the finance minister.
Sure. And who did he serve under?
Politics for a long
Exactly.
time.
Who did he serve under? Stephen Harper. He was a conservative under Stephen Harper, right? Then he ran for conservative leadership and he lost. So he decided he was going to be his own leader of his own party.
Yeah, I'll just finish. So all of them are, you know.
World Economic Forum. If they're not that, they're Zionists. If they're not that, they're Freemasons.
So you think there's no hope in any of this politics?
In Canada, no. We need to leave, man. Canada's falling. And if you want to know why, if you want to know definitively, right?
Yeah.
Look at the support of Ukraine right now. Everybody's supporting Ukraine. But if you look into it, we're supporting Nazis. And nobody in our country understands.
I actually was following that you supporting them. We're paying for their fucking salary.
Yeah, we're paying. What anyways, yeah.
So in 2016, I happened for whatever reason end up watching like the kind of civil war. The first one where they tried to take out their prime minister.
That was in 2014. And they did. And they did get rid of it.
Dundas, I know there's two regions. Donbass. There's two regions where there are some of the people who are very like
Luhansk and Donetsk, yeah.
So
I know
there
it very well. I'm actually from my background's from the Ukrainian. So, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just use the term fascist. So there are some groups, but they are serving in the army as well, but they don't have enough manpower.
No, you're wrong.
They do.
Our government and our media is bought. So our government and our media is backing up their government, and their government is literally the Nazis from literally World War II. It's all their grandkids, right? So in Western Europe or Western Ukraine, those people were Nazis in World War II. So they actually were on Hitler's side in World War II.
Right? I like that guy's sign that said,
Where are we going? Oh, okay. My brother. I gotta stop because you gotta go. But last name, what did you say?
So with Ukraine, what's the connection with Ukraine?
What do you mean? What's the connection?
What's the connection with Canada and Ukraine? You think that they?
Look up. You got it on your phone right now? Look up Operation Unifier. We have been Operation Unifier. We have been at war. Canada has been at war with Russia since 2014, since the coup.
Okay.
If you look up Operation Unifier right now, you will see something and you go, how the fuck do we not know this?
Operation.
Yeah, look it up.
What is it? Operation?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, you go, give me a hug. I know.
That's something to think about. Is that real? Is the Church of the Queen really a church, an unholy church? Because there's something to think about. Residential were signed to sex or they existed because the royal family signed off and then used the Royal Canadian Mounted Police to populate these residential schools. This is a royal family with at least one pedophile. Prince Andrew. We don't know how many. to the top. But if you haven't, this message is for you. Do people here think that the bodyguards of a criminal, that guard criminals so that they can do criminal activities, such as abuse of children, murder, and extortion,
I've said that before to my friends. These are these
criminals as well? Just as guilty. So I was wondering for a long time, because it was back in November of last year, 6 months ago, that Mel Boucher and I filed police reports about conflict of interest. We filed it with the North Vancouver RCMP. We even found a forensic financial analyst to help them look into conflicts of interest of Bonnie Henry, Pfizer, John Horgan, Pfizer, and the health industrial complex and pharmacy. And guess what the RCMP did? Nothing. And then sometime after that, in Ottawa, RCMP members committed acts of vandalism, attempted murder. Although I'm not a horseman, I know a thing or two about horses. Horses do not want to tip over anything. They really Horses don't run over people unless the rider is telling the horse to do so against the horse's will. Have we seen any attempted murder charges brought up against that horse rider?
That's like they say it so much.
I'm on right on her.
I was in the middle of the road.
How you doing, doctor?
I cannot see myself standing among those politicians.
And what did those the sound of dozens upon dozens of feet.
So that the 5G or whatever is going to be in the sensors. So the guy is out after 6 months. Yeah. So they need boosters to put that in your blood. That is another need. Like I think.
Machine gun with the safeties off at children. This should not come as a shock to anyone. Because less than 50 years ago, the RCMP kidnapped children and forced them to go to places where they got abused, raped, and murdered. This is history repeating itself. So if you work for law enforcement, you have a choice. You can choose to take a paycheck from a criminal organization.